Studio Annex. This is Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. And as usual, before we get started here, please get down there in the corner if you haven't done so yet and smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. We've got a lot, folks. We got a lot to get to try to squeeze into the next 20 minutes here. Got a lot that has transpired in the last 72 hours or so, and I'll do my darndest to cram it all in for you and get you up to date with everything that's going on. Once we get all our members in here with us, Biggie, come on in. So without further ado, let's get this baby rolling here. You know, the colder weather is very quickly coming upon us. Like next week, highs in the mid-50s pretty much every day. Okay, anyway, the colder weather is a lot closer than we want it to be, and it's creeping in there very quickly. And that's where the service department at Frank Beck Chevrolet, pardon me, says now is the perfect time to make an appointment to make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter weather ahead. Let them check the strength of your battery, your belts, your hoses, your wiper blades, antifreeze, and more. And plus, now is the perfect time to get that new set of tires so you don't go slipping and sliding down the highway. And if you don't think your car will make it through another rough Michigan winter, let the sales pros at Beck's help you find a vehicle for all seasons. The 2025s are rolling in nearly every day out of the lot, so their selection right now is tops. You can check out their inventory on their webpage at frankbeckchevy.com, or better yet, stop by the dealership on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville and let them help you experience the Frank Beck difference. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. 517-849-2886. Get your car in there and get it winterized. And like I just said, if you don't think your car now will make it through another rough Michigan winter, get in there and find a car that will. And the salesman there will help assist you in doing that. And by the way, let's welcome their newer salesman, veteran Mike Brayman, into the latest sales team there at Frank Beck Chevrolet. A shout out to Mike Brayman. When you get in there, make sure you say hi to him. Buy a car from Mike. Okay. Before I get started, I think we better take some water here because I got a lot to say and little time to do it. Hang on just a second. Lions coming off a big victory over the Vikings at U.S. Bank Stadium on Sunday in front of a raucous crowd. Nail biter every game, of course, came down to a 44-yard field goal by Jake Bates. I hate to jinx Jake, but so far he's 10 for 10 on field goals. He's only missed one extra point. He very well so far. Anyway, Lions victorious, 31-29. This coming Sunday, they will take on the Tennessee Titans. Last time I looked, they were like 11.5 or 12-point favorites. That line could grow depending on how much money's coming in on the Lions this week. That's a lot of points. And of course, now they don't have Jameson Williams. So let's get that out of the way right now. He has been suspended for 2 games for violating the league's substance policy, PEDs. That's all we know. We don't have any of the facts. We don't know all the particulars. All we know, he's been suspended 2 games for PED violation. That's it. I just finished watching Matt Derry's nightly podcast called Locked On Lions. As much as I respect Matt and really like him, he does a great job. I think he's already got him tried and convicted. Get him out of here. We're no way in heck we're going to pick up his 5th-year option. This and that. Okay, Matt, do you have all the details yet? You know what exactly transpired and led up to this? Let's cut the guy a little slack. I don't like what happened either, but come on now. Dan Campbell on his show this morning on 97.1 The Ticket spoke for about 12 minutes, I think. touched on a number of issues. Said he couldn't say a whole lot on Jamo other than the fact they'll be fine without him. They've got plenty of players there to pick up the slack. I think even Allen Robinson, who's obviously, even though he's on the practice squad, taking part in practice every day, he may get a few targets on Sunday against the Titans, who come in 1-5. I think the Lions all time are 0-6 against the Tennessee Titans. Well, that's going to change on Sunday, but I guess the game everybody's looking ahead to right now, and you got to take it one at a time, is the game a week from Sunday, a 4:25 America's Game of the Week at Lambeau Field when the Lions go to Green Bay for another. It'll be another game just like you saw in Minneapolis on Sunday. I think the Packers are in Jacksonville this weekend. I've got the power rankings coming up here in a little bit. I'll run them by you, but let's just, please, folks, let's just wait for all the facts to come out on this. I asked about the Lions search for an edge rusher. Campbell rather candidly did say, Brad Holmes has come to him and run a couple of names by him. He wants to do his due diligence. Is it a fit? No matter what everybody else says about the guy, he wants to watch him on tape. How does it fit with our salary structure? Will it affect us signing guys next year? Blah, 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 this and that. In other words, every stone has to be overturned. And that's what they're doing right now. I have no doubt they'll make a deal. He called it a complimentary piece. What does he mean by a complimentary piece? I don't know. Let me read this to you, the latest coming out of Las Vegas today, because this has turned into a soap opera. This coming from Sports Illustrated. From Sports Illustrated, according to a source with knowledge of the situation, there is a natural interest from Crosby's side in joining the Lions via a trade. That's all I can tell you. That's from an unnamed, anonymous source with knowledge of the situation. What does that mean? Who knows? Look, I have no doubt. The trade deadline is 4:00, 2 weeks from today. What time is it now? Okay, it's about 4:00 on November the 5th. It's a little after 5 now. So I have no doubt the Lions will do something. What do it take to get Crosby at least a number one? And probably a 2. I think you could get it done for 1 of the 2. I don't believe these rumors. The fact that someone said the Raiders wouldn't ask for the kitchen sink; they'd ask for the whole house. Well, I don't know about that. But that's not the only problem the Raiders have. Their starting quarterback, Aiden O'Donnell, apparently broke his thumb in the game against the Rams on Sunday. And they have acquired off of the Cardinals practice squad. They have brought in former Atlanta Falcon quarterback Desmond Ridder. I don't know if he's going to play this Sunday against the Chiefs or not, but you have to keep this in mind too. The Raiders' next couple of games are against the Chiefs and the Bengals. 2 more losses. How much of this losing is Max Crosby going to stand for before he wants out? He has to know if he goes to Detroit, he'll probably more than likely get a Super Bowl ring. I think a lot of this is up to Max Crosby. I think if he went to Mark Davis, the Raiders owner, would he have the power to orchestrate a trade on his own? If Aaron Rodgers does, maybe Max Crosby does. I don't know. I'm not even going to get started on Aaron Rodgers. But I'll get into these power rankings here in just a little bit. Quickly, that's all we got on the Lions right now. They're going to get back to work tomorrow in preparation for the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. It's a 1:00 game on Fox. I think it's a doubleheader day. I think the 4:25 game I think it's on CBS. The Bears at the Commanders. I haven't, before I came on, I did not check the status of Jaden Daniels, the rookie sensation quarterback at the Commanders, who left the game Sunday with a rib issue. I haven't heard any more about that. Hey, put a flapjack on him. Flapjack. A flap jacket on him. Let him play. He'll be fine. You got to beat the Bears Sunday. Commanders got to beat the Bears on Sunday. That no question about that. I got to take a swig of this. Hang on just a second. Little wings, little pistons. The Red Wings are back on Long Island tonight, preparing to take on the Islanders. Alex Lyon will be in net. Wings come into the game with a record of 2-3. The Islanders are 2-1-2. As it stands right now, with just 4 points. It's early. The Red Wings are in last place in their division, but a win tonight would bump them up considerably. So, anyway, they're trying for 2 in a row tonight. Pistons open the season tomorrow night at Little Caesars against the Indiana Pacers. So, John Blair Bickerstaff, the new Pistons coach, better known as J.B. Bickerstaff, has nowhere to go but up. They're not going to make the playoffs this year, but he has, in an interview this morning on the flagship, stressed defense, and more defense. So I like what I heard. I'm not going to put a number on how many games they'll win. Maybe somewhere between somewhere between 25 and 30, I think would be a big improvement for this team. I really do. But I like what I heard from Bickerstaff. He's a good coach. And I still don't know why the Cavaliers let him go. I go back to after the season was over last spring. Cavaliers held a press conference. They were supposed to have told us why they were departing. They were had a parting the ways with him or why he was leaving. They never really gave us a solid answer. Even today, I couldn't tell you why they let Bickerstaff go, but their losses are gained, I think. Anyway, Red Wings baseball World Series begins Friday night in L.A. with the 2 richest teams in the game. Yankees taking on the Dodgers. The networks, I'm sure, are happy. The ratings will probably go through the roof with the 2 biggest markets in the nation participating in this. Oh, they're probably doing handstands and cartwheels. You ever think baseball should be a board game like Monopoly or something because there is no salary cap and they're spending billions and billions of dollars? And if you haven't noticed, too, if you're watching the Red Wing game tonight or the Piston game tomorrow night, you're going to notice this started yesterday. Bally Sports Detroit is no more. It's right now it's known as FanDuel Sports Detroit as of Monday. We kind of knew that was coming anyway, I think, didn't we? Yeah. Before we get into these power rankings, too, I want a couple of quarterbacks. C.J. Stroud, watching him play Green Bay on Sunday is not anywhere near what he was his rookie season last year for the Texans. He's just a shell of what he was last year. I don't know what his problem is. He doesn't look nearly as effective. He looks uncomfortable. He doesn't look as confident as he was last year. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is with C.J. Stroud. Hopefully he's still struggling when the Lions go down there in about 3 weeks to play them on Sunday Night Football. But so far this year, he has not looked very effective in the Texans because of that. Their offense has struggled. Also, too, the Green Bay Packers have a love problem. Jordan Love is tied for the lead after 7 weeks, is tied for the league lead in having thrown the most interceptions. I think he threw 3 more last Sunday in their last second victory over the Texans. What's he got? 8 or 9 picks so far? Anyway, he's been turning the ball over a lot. Again, he doesn't look as nearly as good as he did last year. That's been an issue with the Packers. And then there are all the injuries that we see going on in the NFL right now. Last night, lost to the Ravens. Boy, the Bucs lost Chris Godwin for the year with a broken ankle. Mike Evans out indefinitely with a bad, I believe it's a hamstring issue. He had an issue before the game, and he aggravated even more last night in attempting to make a touchdown catch on the back line of the end zone. Obviously in a lot of pain. So they've lost their 2 top wide receivers. Not good for the Bucs. Of course, hey, injuries are part of the game. I'm not going to feel sorry for anybody. And anybody would know that. If you're a Lion fan, you know that better than anybody. So the Bucs fall. What they fall to? 4-3 now. I think they're still leading the NFC South, but you have to say, well, without their 2 receivers, without their 2 studs on offense, it looks to me right now that the NFC South, you'd have to favor the Falcons coming out of there in the playoffs. Also, too, the Rams apparently have made it known or have already calling people in regard to Cooper Kupp. I guess they're making it known that he's available right now. Well, if anybody could use Cooper Kupp, I guess it's the Buccaneers right now, couldn't it? We feel the Lions would be. I would not have any interest at all in Cooper Kupp. He's been hurt a lot the last couple of years. Coming off an injury now, I don't know what you'd have to give up to get him, but I've even heard Matthew Stafford might get traded. I don't think that would happen. Hang on just a second. Okay, before we get into these power rankings, a good word for a good man who, as you know, if you're a regular watching this podcast, and without his knowledge and assistance, I wouldn't be doing this right now. That would be Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale at 37 Waldron Street, a couple hundred yards west of Howell on the north side of the street, for all your technical sales and service, anything, all your technical needs, whatever issue you may have that requires any technical service. Computers new or used, but maybe the computer you have now needs a little tweaking. Flat screen TVs, mounting, programming setup, anything at all. Internet installation, printers new or used, whatever it is. This is the guy you want to see right here. He's also one of the nicest people you're ever going to want to meet. Again, Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale at 37 Waldron Street, 517-610-5372. Or as I've said before, better still, get in there and see him. And when you do, please tell him Mickey and me sent you. He's directly across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive Service, so you can't miss it. Power rankings from courtesy of CBS Sports. The Chiefs, the only undefeated team in the National Football League, are 1. The Lions at 5-1 are ranked second. The Ravens at 5-2 are third. Then the Vikings at 5-1 are fourth. The Packers at 5-2 are fifth. The Bills are 6, Texans 7, the Bears 8, the Commanders 9, and the Steelers are 10. No doubt about it. The best division in the NFL this year is the NFC North. And again, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that all 4 teams could make the playoffs this year. Before we leave, I want to give you the Pro Football Focus grades that they gave the Lions for this past Sunday against the Vikings. The top grades on offense, the top grades on offense. Frank Ragnow at 90.1. Amon-Ra St. Brown got an 88.9. Khalif Raymond got an 84.8. Jahmyr Gibbs got a 77.5. And Jared Goff got a 76.9. Shout out to Jake Bates, too, by the way. Bottom 5, as per Pro Football Focus. Grant Glasgow got a 45.9. Taylor Decker did not have a good day, 44.6. Coyote Wasika, 45.6. Had a couple of holding penalties. David Montgomery, the costly fumble, 45.9. And Brock Wright, 54.0. Jennifer Hammonds, by the way, reported after the game on the 97.1 post-game show, not the network post-game show, but their post-game show, reported that Decker played hurt the second half. I don't know what the issue was. I haven't been able to confirm that. She had that coming out of the locker room. If he did, all right, maybe that, but he had a bad second half. So anyway, the top 5 defenders on the Lions offense last Sunday. This is per, again, Pro Football Focus. 92.7, Brian Branch. Trevor Nowatzki, 87.1. Alex Anzalone, 78.2. Rodrigo, 75.5. And Jack Campbell, 73.9. The bottom 5 on defense, DJ Reader apparently did not have a good day, 36.9. Amik Robertson, 42.3. Got beat on that touchdown pass to Jefferson. James Houston, 46.7. Josh Pascal, 55.2, although he did have a sack. And Carlton Davis, III, 46.7. Those are your Pro Football Focus Lion grades from last Sunday. Again, the Wings play tonight. Alex Lyon and net. Pistons opening night tomorrow night at Little Caesars. That's about, I think I've got you caught up on everything that's going on right now. If I've missed everything, forgive me. We'll get into it on Thursday. That's going to do it for now, though. Don't forget, Saturday morning with Andy and Jed here locally on the Timeout Show, 92.1 FM WCSR. I will talk to you again on Thursday. And until then, please remember, treat each other with respect. Have a good rest of your evening, and so long, everybody.